Yo, what up? It's DJ Rdot, and you are watching Sunfire Films TV.
Today, I got another one of them special ones, man. You know, there's always those people that are just a little bit more important, a little bit more special, a little bit more top tier than everybody else. You know, this guy, I've seen him for years, you know, going to different places. We didn't quite know each other, but we always, you know, acknowledged each other. Over the last few years, we've been starting to get to know each other a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those people that I look up to. I hold to a high regard. When you think about legends in the city, those local celebrities, those people that everybody just knows because they've been around for so long. He's definitely one of those people. One of my favorites in the city. One of the people that I always say he one of the best to ever do it. I got with me DJ Rdot.
What up, man? Appreciate it, man. That's a hell of an intro right there, man.
Man, I be trying.
That's a god damn. If I ever go in the Hall of Fame,
right?
You doing my speech, bro?
Okay. I like that. I like that. So, we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna go back to the younger years. So you grew up in Pringletown?
Pringletown, South Carolina.
Pringletown, South Carolina. So
Exit 187.
Okay. So we're in Charleston. So in proximity to Charleston, like where is Pringletown?
Where's Pringletown? Pringletown is basically in between Somerville. If you're riding on 26 between Somerville and St. George, we're basically right in the middle. It's exit 187. It's basically, if you know anything about the area, is where the Volvo plant was built. Mm-hmm. Basically in my grandma's backyard, front yard, basically. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Pringletown is like literally right off the exit.
Okay, so like I kind of know that area a little bit. I've driven through, and I know a few people up in that area. So would you? I guess you would describe that as that what country? That's country living.
Yeah, we call it country hood.
Country hood.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your childhood like growing up in Pringletown?
It was good, man. I mean, like, so like my grandparents were like, you know, really into the church. So like went to church a lot. And most of my friends, like since we go to church a lot, like we were very musical. Mm-hmm. I started getting into like playing the organ. One of my friends, my cousin Sanel, he was playing the drums. So like all of us like wanted to do something. Like we in church, we're like we gotta do something. Yeah. So so I picked up playing the organ growing up. So I used to be in church literally every Sunday. Yeah. Sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Friday. Like we was like always in church.
Okay, I didn't know you played the organ.
I haven't played in a while. Like I like literally. Last time I went to church, my uncle was like, "Robbie, you gonna play?" And I'm just like, I don't know. Like,
so you was up there on Sunday morning. You was playing on Sunday morning.
Yeah, well, up until I was in college. Yeah, because I went to college in Charleston, so like I would come home on Sundays and still play the organ.
That's cool, man. My mom and my grandma played the organ in church, man.
I won't say I'm nice. I'm like I hold chords well. I learned how to play by ear, so I just like literally just like like play the chords. Well, I'm not like something.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who play by ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like Pringletown, grew up. You went to church a lot, man. I mean, I definitely didn't know you played the organ. You got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got an older sister, Kim. She's 9 years older than me, and I also have a half brother. I think he is like 4 years older than me. I think. Not quite sure, but family dynamics. But yeah.
Yeah. Would you say like y'all family is like close?
For the most part, yeah. Like, so like my parents separated when I was like 5. So I, holidays sometimes like I would go spend with my dad's side of the family in Cross. Like he stayed in Cross. And or I would be within my mom's side of the family. So like both sides of the families were tight knit families. So like my dad's side, like everybody would stay at my grandma's house during the holidays. Like all her kids, all of their kids, like everybody would be in one house. Like literally,
Right.
there would be like 20 people at my grandma's house. Like
Okay.
legit.
Yeah, you still close with your family now? Like I
Oh
see
yeah.
on social media, you always talk about going up there to help grandma.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just talked to grandma yesterday. But definitely family oriented. Like we always, like matter of fact, Christmas right around the corner, so a lot of families coming in town today. So we're either gonna like all get together. My dad's side of the family, either we all gonna get together tonight or tomorrow. Do a little something at the house and sit around the fire and play games, do whatever.
That's dope, man. Y'all playing spades and all that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So when did music become like big in your life? I mean, I guess like playing the organ might have been the start of that.
Yeah, that definitely was a start. I would say things that stick out is like I remember it's like my sister is 9 years older than me, so like she was always like kind of sort of like she was always a hip hop head. So like she always had like all the good music in her room.
Right.
So like I would always go to her room to like listen to music. Like I remember she had an Al B. Shore album. It was actually I think it was just a single, but it was a vinyl.
Right.
And it was Night and Day. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. And so like I would play that shit nonstop on her on her radio, and she used to get mad at me. And then like I remember she had the MC Light
Damn.
album that had like Georgie Porgy on it, and that shit like I thought that shit was so fucking hard because like she was a girl and she could rap and
Right.
like rap like she was rapping. So like music started becoming like something that I actually like got from my sister. Like I used to steal her shit all the like she used to go to college in Anderson. So like when she used to come home, she would like bring her CDs home, and I would hide some of them because Anderson is like 3.5 hours away. So like once she go to school, she's gone.
Yeah,
So like I
you
would
ain't
like
gonna
when
get
it's time
that.
for her to leave, I would like hide certain albums, and
Yeah.
like she wouldn't realize it until she got back to school. Then it's just gone.
Yeah. So how did you first getting into was DJing? Was that years later?
Yeah, DJ didn't really come until college.
Okay. And you said you
Yeah.
went to college of Charleston.
Yeah, graduated high school 2003. Went to college of Charleston. One of my friends, one of my cousins, Sunel, he went by the name of DJ Too Much. Went to South Carolina State
Okay.
and started DJing there, like first year, like freshman year. And he came home that summer and was like, yo, I think he been hanging out with DJ Fingers. He was like, yo, I think I want to DJ. So like me, him, and our other cousin, Chops, who was Darrell, we went to the pawn shop and we like literally like put our money together and like bought equipment and shit. Like we bought like random speakers and we started doing like house parties and stuff. Like Snell was doing most of the DJing, but like we would like learn what we was doing too, cause like during that time it was all vinyl too. So like we had to like go to the record store and like get vinyl. So we would like put our money together for that summer. And then once I went back to school, I was like, damn, like maybe I could DJ too. So like I would literally drive from College of Charleston to Orangeburg to go to parties that Snell was DJing, and then like come back to school. Like on a random Wednesday, we like go to state. It was like an hour, like probably about an hour and a half, and like go to state, go to a party, drive back and be back for class in the morning.
Yeah, y'all had the milk crates.
Yeah, so
I
like
remember the milk crates,
like
man.
so that's when it started, and then like I got more equipment in like 2005. And then I was an RA at McAllister Dorm at College of Charleston. So every month we had to have a meeting with our residents on the floor. So like for the first like 10 minutes of each like meeting, I would like DJ. And like so one of my residents all of a sudden was like, "Hey man, you want to DJ like our frat party?"
Right.
And that's when like kind of sort of like how I started like getting gigs.
Okay. What'd you go to college for?
I thought I wanted to do computer science until I took a programming class and was confused as hell. And then I changed my major to business administration, and then I started DJing and never looked back.
Yeah. You graduated and all that?
I did not.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
One day I will.
One day, man.
One day. one day I'm gonna finish it up. But yeah, I literally like realized like this is what I want to do, and ran with it.
When did you feel like, I guess, you get from you in that phase of like being bad and then being good? Like, when did you realize that you were starting to get good at it?
Um, when like other DJs that was like big at the time, like DJ Moo Moo, DJ Rehab,
Okay.
shit, Mike Cruz was in town during that time. He's in Miami now, and his radio station used to be B92. He was a DJ there. When they started letting me like fill in for them, like they were like, "Yeah, man, I got this gig. Can you fill in for me?" And it was like, "Oh, well, I must be doing something right." Like you know, they didn't trust me enough to DJ their gig for them.
Yeah.
And then I've DJ'd at Tsunamis one time, and then this manager was like, "Hey, man, like Mike Santos." He was like, "Man, like I like what you're doing." He was like, "I'm about to, I'm thinking about having a night on Thursday nights where we're gonna do like $1 beers." He was like, "I would love you to be my DJ."
Yeah.
And
Tsunamis. That was on
East Bay,
Okay.
like East Bay Market.
Okay. That's the one that had the big fish tank in it. Okay. Yeah, I remember them days, man. The crazy thing is, okay, so what years were these?
I want to say this is like, so this is like 2000. This is like 2008.
Okay.
Like 2006, like 2007, like around that. Like this is early, like late 2000s. Like cause I was DJing and I was like 20. So this is this is like 2005. Like this is when I first started DJing. Cause I remember I was DJing Tsunamis and then my birthday came and I turned 21 and the manager was like, "I'm glad you never told me your age." Cause he used to be feeding me drinks and shit. Like, bro, I was underage the whole time I was DJing there.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That was back in the times, man. A lot of people don't know before King Street became the place to be.
Everything was on the market.
Everybody was on Market
Everything.
Street, man.
The whole part, like nothing, like King Street. What King Street is now, that was the market.
Yeah.
During early 2000s.
Yeah, that's when everybody was going to Purple Tree and all those places.
They used to shut down the streets when Purple Tree closed down.
Yeah.
Because there was so many people on the Market Street.
Yeah, Johnson's Pub and
Ladies Night, Tuesday night.
You was DJing out there too?
I used to do Tuesday night sometimes.
Johnson's
Ladies
Pub.
Night, Tuesday nights. Like, yeah, like, I mean, it was so many, like, I mean, during that time, I was DJing like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, it was like, sometimes Monday, because Silver Dollar was the only place on King Street that was actually had shit going on.
Right.
Silver Dollar and Midtown. Like, there was only a few places that had shit going on during that time.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man. I probably saw you DJing and didn't even know you back then. Okay, so were you DJing at Johnson's Pub? There was a dude, Big Sad. You know Big Sad? He used to be a bouncer.
Name sound familiar, yeah.
He was like, dude, he was from, I guess he grew up in Savannah but lived down here for a while. Big tall dude. He was like 6'8", 6'9". He used to be a bouncer back in them days at Johnson's Pub, man. I don't know if you was there around that time.
Nah, maybe that was a little after.
Okay.
Maybe that was a little after me.
Okay. So you've been around for a while, man. You talk about the market, man. You definitely been DJing around the Charleston scene for a long time, man. So talk about, like, I guess, past, present, and what you think about the future of, like, everything that's going on in Charleston.
I mean, I guess from a DJ standpoint,
Right.
As a local DJ that did most of my DJing in the downtown area, it's like, I mean, also, I also got to add my age into it, it's like, I personally, feel like as if I'm aging out, just because, like, the crowd is, much younger. It's like, they're mostly like 18, I'm saying to 20, college kids, like when I started, and I'm 38, be 39 next year.
Right.
So I'm more personally, trying to do more, just more private gigs and weddings and more things of that nature. But as far as like the future, downtown looks great, just because like a lot of these places are actually kind of sort of, making sure that their DJs have like sound. They have, when I first started, I had to take speakers every place I go. Like
Right.
now, these places, they have immaculate sound. They have a sound guy. They have a light guy at, what I'm saying, like Share House and Uptown and like all these places. Like they have all this stuff. Prohibition, like all of these places did not have those things in the early 2000s when I was DJing on King Street.
Right.
Like now, like they're actually making sure that DJs can just come in, set up, plug in, and some places already have DJ equipment for you. The only thing you gotta do is bring your computer.
Yeah.
So as far as DJ standpoint, it's great because like you don't even really have to buy that much equipment
Yeah.
to DJ downtown. Like some DJs don't even have their own speakers just because they don't need it. So like from that standpoint, if you're an up and coming DJ, like what I'm saying, the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as this old man, like we're trying to do more age appropriate gigs.
Yeah.
I'll say that. You know what I'm saying?
So do you look at it as an age appropriate thing, or do you look at it more as in that's probably where the bread and butter is?
Both. Definitely you know what I'm saying, the bread and butter is in private events and weddings and specialty events and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely an age thing.
Yeah,
A
we
little
talked
bit
about
too,
that.
just because I mean, what I'm saying. I want to party with my friends. I want to party with people. What I'm saying. Like so, if I'm DJing at Uptown or I'm DJing at these places, what I'm saying, like my friends don't want to be there. Like they feel old, like the old people standing in the corner.
Yeah.
So just like more age appropriate and getting older. So I mean, I want to be around my people too. So what I'm saying. I want like more. What I'm saying, more ethnic events. Just more because it's not a lot of black people that actually comes downtown to party.
Yeah.
So just more, I said,
Yeah. What do you think about the downtown scene? Like you said, like there's not a lot of, I guess, places for ethnics and mixed, not mixed crowds, but like the music, the type of music that you really do want to play on a.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say, excuse me, there isn't a place that you can, as a black person, that you can be like, all right, I'm going to go to this place because I know I'm going to see some people that look like me, and I'm going to hear music from people that look like me.
Right.
There's literally no place that you can do that. I mean, there are places that you're allowed to like mix it up and mix it into what I'm saying, your sets and stuff like that. But there's no, I guess Sultans. They definitely play a lot of hip hop there. So like can't forget about them. But I mean, just like there isn't a lot of places that that are from a 30 and up standpoint that you're just like, all right, this is where I'm gonna go.
Yeah. What makes you prefer to, I guess, be downtown? Do you not want to do places like, I guess, maybe in North Charleston or?
No, I won't say I didn't want. I guess when I first started DJing. I guess like I got a bad taste in my mouth for like some places in North Charleston. It's not anything to do with the places because I would actually like still like go there and like party with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's just that like I just was like I just don't want to deal with it because during that time it was a lot of like, hey, how much do you want for this night? You know what I'm saying? You give somebody a number, and then at the end of the night, they're like, oh man, we didn't make the money we were supposed to make. So you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? So you get less money than what you're supposed to get. Whereas when I started doing things downtown, like once I set my price, it don't matter if two people walked in that building, I got paid. So like in my standpoint, in my mind, I want to go where the money's at. So I end up, and then I started getting like booked more. Like I still did like End Zone, Toucan Reeve,
Right.
and like what I'm saying. Like I did parties in North Charleston. I did it with certain people and like people, what I'm saying. Just like I just didn't, I was more about the money. So during that time, so that's what actually motivated me to do more DJing downtown.
Yeah.
And I like during that time I was staying downtown and I was in West Ashley, so like it's closer, you know what I'm saying? So
Closer to home.
yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing it since the turntables, man, milk crates and all that, man.
Yeah.
I definitely remember them days.
Right before Serato came out.
Yeah. So speaking about how things have just changed, like you just said Serato, like does the, I guess, getting out the mud, like, you know, those days of like learning how to scratch and learning how to put that tape on the vinyl where you know where to bring the record back at, and learning how to blend, and like, do those things matter to you as far as like when you see the new DJs coming up? Do you feel like they probably, I mean, I don't want to say they didn't put in the same work, but like, do you feel like what you had to do to get to where you are, do those things matter?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you got to put in the time. Like, you can't just like expect to be Steve Aoki, you know, after buying just because you buy some equipment and you know a little bit of music. You know, like there is an artwork to it. Like, you can't just like I just saw a clip from Grandmaster Flash. He was on Breakfast Club. He was just talking about how like DJs aren't mixing,
Right.
and you know like I pride myself on, if you come to one of my gigs, like for like and you know, sometimes every DJ messes up. Like, that's like, it happens. But there's always a seamless blend of music. Like, you like there's like it's never like I hate like when I'm listening to somebody mixing and like you can hear the beats that are off. Like, it's too
Yeah.
easy now for you not to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to mix. Like, you can look at your screen and see like the colors aren't matching up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's that easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas all before we had to like, literally write BPMs on records because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to
Yeah.
flip through the records and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just know.
Yeah. I definitely remember them days, man. So I guess I wanted to ask you, well, first of all, man, before I even ask this next question, like, what are some of those moments that stand out to you? Because I know you've done a lot of things over the years, like being on the radio, and you've done the River Dogs games, and you've done like big St. Patty's Day parties and stuff like that. What are some of those moments that stand out the most to you?
Definitely, the first one that sticks out is like, cause my first big gig I did was College of Charleston's homecoming. I want to say it was 2006. Like, literally, I literally just started DJing. I put my name in this raffle. I knew some people, and I ended up getting the gig to DJ the homecoming party, and I was opening up for the Yin Yang Twins. So I was able to like meet them, and the DJ scientist, who was from upstate South Carolina,
Okay.
super cool dude, one of the illest DJs I ever seen with my own two eyes, and he was just like, "Hey man, you wanna chill on stage with me while they perform?" What? Hell yeah, man. And so like literally like he's performing and I'm like just standing behind him, and like they do a set in the middle of their that they like say give it up for the DJ, give it up for the DJ, and he goes on this fucking rant. He's fucking scratching, he's doing all this shit. He's playing PD Pablo, North Carolina. He had a jersey, and while he's doing it, he's like scratching, but he's taking off the jersey, and by the time he gets to throw your hands up, take your shirt off, he already had the shirt off, and he's like doing this. I was like, what the fuck? And then after that, to even blow my mind even more, he flips the track, puts on Eminem, turns around, put hands on the ground, feet on the table, scratched with his foot, and said, "Irrit, Irrit." You act like you never seen a white person before. Blew my mind.
Right.
Like, that was all the chain. That was like one of my first moments. I was like, oh, I need to do this. St. Patrick's Day, Savannah, definitely sticks out. Opening up for J. Cole, Wale, Wiz Khalifa, Trey songs, like those things stick out. Definitely DJing for almost every big arena in Charleston. Like, I DJed at the Music Farm, I DJed at Coliseum, I DJed for the River Dogs, I DJed for the Stingrays, I DJed for College of Charleston, Charleston Battery. I mean, Charleston Fashion Week. I mean, almost every big event that has been in Charleston, I've at least DJ'd at least like one event for these things. Like, definitely blessed to like know some of the people to get the gigs that I've been able to get.
What's going on, guys? Sun 5 Films here. If you live in Charleston or the surrounding areas and you need a videographer, please let me know. Whether it's a wedding, corporate event, live performance, I do a little bit of everything. So once again, please let me know. Now let's get back to the interview. You're watching Sun 5 Films TV. So I guess what I was going to originally ask you next was, you have done so many big and great events, man. But did you ever want to be in a bigger city? Did you ever want to do? I mean, I know you did a lot of big and great events in Charleston, but did you ever want to do bigger events? Go to like the New Yorks, the Atlantas, be the DJ Jazzy Jeffs, or like, did you ever want to get to doing stuff like that?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to travel more throughout my career. I ended up being booked so much here that I kind of sort of didn't even have the time to really try to book outside. And then I felt like once I got to a certain point, it was just like, shit, now what?
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to travel more. I for sure want to travel more. I did a few things out of town, but yeah, I definitely want to travel more.
Yeah. So for the people watching, you got a guy who starting off, and he might just be doing those little bars, or might be just at the beginning stages, that he hasn't gotten in them clubs, and he hasn't done anything like a River Dogs or open up for J. Cole. Like, what are some of those steps that you feel like would help somebody get for some of those doors to open up?
You gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually gotta take the craft seriously. Be patient. Network. You gotta talk to people. Like, go check. You know what I'm saying? Go check out other DJs. Go check out, especially DJs that you like, you admire, and like you know what I'm saying, you like their style, or you like, you know what I'm saying, you can learn a lot from other DJs just talking to them, even when it just comes to like, oh man, like just learning stuff about the equipment. Definitely learn your equipment. Something goes wrong, like you need to know what to do. But definitely be patient, network, talk to people, you know what I'm saying, be willing to, take your computer with you everywhere you go. There might be somebody, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be a time when you're like somewhere and the DJ might be like, yo, you wanna get on? And especially when it's early in the night, you might be able to just get on and open up for a DJ, and the DJ can, like, you know what I'm saying, just coach you for like 30 minutes before a crowd gets there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little things like that. Because I mean, me growing up, me getting into the gigs, DJ Moo Moo one time, I told him I was a DJ and I was like learning.
Right.
When the Palmettos was the name of the spot, it's now called Burns Alley. But it used to be called Palmettos, and it used to be like they had like a college night on Tuesdays. And I was like, went up to him, I was like, yo man, I like the way you DJ. Like, I'm learning how to DJ. I'm trying to, get gigs, blah blah blah. He was like, you know how to mix? And I was like, I'm learning. He was like, you got your own equipment? I was like, yeah, I got some equipment in my dorm room. Cause DJ Tantrum, shout out to DJ Tantrum, he was actually coming to my room and teaching me how to like mix and like all that stuff. Cause like he was basically the college DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like everything in North Charleston, you know what I'm saying, especially College Watch went through Tantrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But you know what I'm saying, Moo Moo was like, all right, you want to get on? Like, put me on the spot right in there. I was like, all right, fuck it. So like, and I ended up probably DJing for like 10, 15 minutes, and then he was just like, all right. And then after that, we connected, and he got me like basically my first like paid gig.
Yeah, so he kind of opened the doors up.
Yeah, him and Rehab. Like, Rehab let me fill in for him one night at Tsunamis, and that's how I ended up getting my Thursday nights at Tsunamis, then having the Dollar Blue Moon nights. Like, anybody who was downtown doing the early 2010s, late 2000s,
right,
like, they know about Dollar Blue Moon night. Like, that was definitely my night. Mike Santos called me and was like, I'm about to do this night, and the rest of that was history.
Okay, and we ain't even talk about you doing like stuff for the radio, man.
Yeah,
how did that happen?
I mean, getting cool with Natty Heavy when he came in town. Nate, he tried to steal my gig. That's another story. But
Right.
but we ended up getting cool and like hanging out with him because he was working for the radio station. He was working with Tessa and Baby J, working in the morning show.
Right.
So just him connecting me with the right people, and I'm reaching out to people, and it was just like just start doing mixes, and then sent them to I think I sent them to DJ Cass at the time.
Right.
And that's when I started doing Z93. And then after a while, moved over to 95SX, and then we started doing our own, started doing the Drive at 5 every once in a while, and then we ended up, after a couple of years, getting our own Club Bullies
Right.
Saturday night show. You know what I'm saying? Like I could basically say, I don't want to be wrong, but I think we probably were the only local DJ crew to ever have their own radio show.
Yeah. That might be right.
Like I know Tropics does their thing, but I don't but that's Yanni. I was like, I don't
That might
know.
be- that
I
might
don't
be
know
right.
if Yanni and Swisher consider themselves like a DJ crew like that. So
Right.
there's like Tropic Entertainment. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
but we're one of the few.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay. We'll say
One of
that.
the few.
I was gonna ask you about the Club Bullies, man. Talk about what is the Club Bullies? How did it all start? Talk about that. And like, are y'all still, I guess, together?
Yeah. So the Club Bullies actually started. It's crazy. So the Club Bullies honestly have nothing to do with us. So the Club Bullies started. It was a guy, DJ Unique. His name is Quay. Shout out to the homie. He's from California, and
Right.
they have a crew out in California called the Club Bullies.
Yeah.
So he was coming to Charleston, and it's during the time like when Twitter first started, and he was just like shouting out, trying to meet some DJs in Charleston because he was coming to town. And Nate ended up replying and ended up meeting up with him, and like they chilled for a minute. And I think I DJ'd that night, and they came to see me, or like the next night or something. Somehow he ended up seeing one of us DJing, and he was like, "Yo," he was like, I think his family's from like Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Yo, like I was thinking about trying to reach out and like get a Club Bullies going on the other side. Like, would you guys want to be a part of the Club Bullies crew?" And we just like, Nate hit me up and was like, "Yo, what you think about this?" I was like, "Bruh, first of all, the logo is hard, the name is tight." Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying. They in California doing their thing. And I was like, we're gonna be over here doing our thing. I was like, that name is hard. Like,
Right.
you can't like go against the Club Bullies. Like, you know what I'm saying. We bullying the club. Like,
Right.
So yeah, that's how I got started. And then we had our boy Tony, DJ Why Not.
Not.
So it started up with just us three, me, Nate, Natty Heavy, and Why Not. And then we was like, we feel as if we needed another member. Then we we had our dude Elements with us for a while. And then we ended up going a different route, and we hooked up with Danny, DJ Precise. I'm pretty sure if he touched some turntables right now, he still could scratch his ass off. That fuck is nice. And then we ended up doing that and that was us for a while. And then time changed. People started doing Danny's now, doing like HVAC work, working with ACs, and he's changed his career. People have families, and
Right.
being out in the club is not, is not healthy for a family life. So
Yeah.
things got to change. So the Club Bullies are still alive in spirit,
Right.
but there isn't much club bullying going on. So yeah. But the Club Bullies are still, Quay is still repping the Club Bullies in LA.
LA.
So shout out to Quay and all the Club Bullies
Right.
out in Cali, man.
Yeah. So, talk about, I guess, some of those struggles, the mistakes you made, like all those learning lessons that you had to go through to get to where you are now.
I mean, definitely like one of the first when you're like DJing and getting in this life, and you know what I'm saying, you're getting all these free drinks, and you're just having fun. Definitely learning to like scale it back a little bit sometimes when you're DJing, because like sometimes you're having fun, you're drinking, all of a sudden you wasted and it's 12 o'clock, you still got an hour and a half to go, and you're just like, oh man, like
Right.
so I definitely had a few of those early. I don't think it ever messed up any of my gigs, but you could definitely tell, like somebody, like at the end of the night when the bouncer was like, yo, and you played this song 3 times, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, like, fuck,
Yeah.
So, like, just paying attention more to that and just, like, taking it more seriously. Mistakes, just, not having the right chords and not being prepared, showing up late,
Yeah.
you know, things of that will, like, affect you getting booked again. So,
Yeah.
just little tidbits.
Yeah. So I know you talked about wanting to do more traveling and all of those things. Would you say regret are those regrets, do you think?
Nah,
Or do you
nah,
regret
I don't
anything?
have regrets. I have things I'm like, maybe I would do it differently, but like, I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I did those, I wouldn't be here with you right now. Things, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Things happen for a reason. So it's like, I mean, I still have the ability to, travel and DJ and do these things. So it's not like it's something that's like completely out of my mind. I'm just slowing down from the downtown Charleston just because it's just so young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just playing a lot of music that I don't want to play.
Yeah.
I had to conform for a long time to play downtown, and like now, in my old age, I want to play music I want to play,
Yeah.
and music, you know what I'm saying, R&B, and you know what I'm saying, hip hop, and like like that's the vibe I'm on. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, no disrespect to anybody, like you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I still, on an off night go downtown, holler at my people, say what's up, holler at my DJs, chill with them.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm just getting to the point where it's just, I'm not having as much fun as I
Fun.
used to have,
Yeah.
and I think that's a lot to do with it. So.
Yeah. Did y'all ever do, or have you ever thought about, I guess, now that you're saying playing what you want to play and doing what you want to do, did y'all ever, like, I guess, have y'all own events or, like, rent out y'all's own spaces? Like, was that ever anything on y'all's minds?
We did a few years back, probably like man, I think it was like 2015. We did a Club Bullies Christmas party at Envy. That actually was really fun. It was dope. Like it was packed. It was a really good event. We had a Santa Claus, drunk Santa Claus walking around, taking pictures with everybody.
Yeah.
It was a good event. I personally, you know, just never really done a lot of events just because again, I was just in my head like, I want to get guaranteed money. So I just,
Yeah.
just get me on the side, get me on that side. I'm not on the risk taking side, but now I definitely plan to dabble in some events coming in the next year. Definitely more events with with an experience, with something going on instead of just like we was talking earlier, not just you just going somewhere getting drunk, just someplace that you actually gonna have fun.
Yeah.
There's things going on that you can interact with, and
Yeah.
visual things going on that makes you stop and stare, something like that. So.
Yeah. So what are some of the, I guess, goals that you have? I mean, you just mentioned that, and then, we've spoken before about other things that you've been doing. Like, I guess, what are some of the things that you see in your future?
I mean, as far as the events, if that works out, I I do eventually want to open a spot downtown in the downtown area, and everybody's like, "Why downtown?" It's like because I want to open a spot to where Black people can go and be Black, and and just enjoy themselves without having to worry about being judged, or what I'm saying, just having a place that professional 30 and up can go and hear good music, chill, dance if they want to, get good food, and just vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no place for us that we can that we know that is going to be a lot of us there.
Yeah.
You know, we have to conform a lot, and it's just, you know, there's a space for us, and we just gotta, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta make it.
Yeah. Do you feel like, I mean, this conversation gets so deep, but like, why? I don't want to get too deep with it, but like, why do you feel like it hasn't happened yet?
Cause we don't own anything downtown right now. Like we need to, like we're being allowed to be in these places, but we're still being told what to do because we don't own it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like until we actually own it and we're able to basically make our own decisions and you know create our own vibes and you know until then that's why it hasn't happened. You know, like. You know, we got owners that's, you know, to this day they're still nervous when a whole bunch of black people get in their establishment. So
Yeah.
if it's owned by a black person, nobody we wouldn't be nervous about something like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So and we wouldn't feel some kind of way when there's you know a bunch of black people in there. So like we have to own. And when I say own, I mean like we need to own the building, like
Yeah.
because if you don't own the building, you're renting out that spot. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So like somebody can still tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But you gotta start somewhere. But that's what I mean, you know.
Yeah. So when you're not playing music, you're not out and about. What's a typical day for you? Like, what are some of the things that you like to do when you just got your own time? You could do whatever you want to do.
Man, I'm like the most chill dude. Like I legit can just chill all day. I'll put on like if I'm in the house, like I just put on some vinyl and just vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Just chill, watch some TV. Try to get active.
Yeah.
Ride my bike sometimes. Um, I do like to be outside, so like I like, you know what I'm saying. That's why I like riding the bike because like I like being outside. I've always been
Yeah.
as a kid. You know, you can't be in the house all day. You have to get outside. So, and so I enjoy being outside and just chilling and chilling with my friends. You know what I'm saying. Like to laugh and have fun. So, just chilling with you know what I'm saying my close people, and that's good enough for me.
What's going on, guys? Some 5 Films here. If you made it this far into the interview, thank you. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Now let's get back to the interview. You're watching Sun 5 Films TV. So, when you're old, super old, gray, old and gray, and you're in that rocket chair, that wheelchair, watching old episodes of In the Heat of the Night. What do you want to look back at? Like, what do you want to see when you look back at your life? And what do you feel like your purpose is?
When I look back, I just I guess I mean as a DJ, I've been doing it for almost 20 years. Like I guess like the only thing that like when I look back and I look like I just now think about my crowds, think about the events I did, the parties I did, the weddings, like all I wanted to like make sure that it's a bunch of smiles. Like everybody's having fun. Like I'm a fun person. I like to have fun. So like I feel like my purpose is to like even in like the most awkward moments, like I'm gonna like make a joke. Like I like to have fun. Like I like to see people smile. So like looking back is just like I just like to see like a lot of laughter, a lot of joy, a lot of happy times. You know, like and it's not all you know happy times. Isn't all about money and all that. It's just like being around like your close people and all, like just making somebody else feel good. Like
Right.
little stuff like that. You know, just like I want my legacy to know is like you know like also like knowing that I'm like a dependable person, like a man of my word. Like if I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. You know,
Right.
and like being reliable. Like people know that they can, you know, being somebody that people can rely on.
Okay. So, what is the best piece of advice someone ever told you or something that you learned?
This is like a cliche, like little like term, but like my girlfriend from high school used to always like say like her favorite like saying was like, "You got to stand for someone, you fall for anything." And like I always used to like make jokes and like, but like now like it's true. Like I feel as if like if you don't stand for something, you can't fall for anything. Like like Nipsey Hussle says like if you like either you find your purpose or you wasting air. So it's like like you gotta it's something gotta be meaningful. Like you can't just you know you gotta take something serious.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. What's something that a lot of people don't know about you, or it might be a misconception that people may think something about you, but it's not necessarily true?
Hmm. I guess the stereotype that DJs are hoes. Not a hoe. But seriously, what people don't know about me? I don't know. That's a hard question, cause I feel like I'm an open book. So like, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't. I mean, I guess like just like I mean, you didn't know that like I grew up playing the organ in church.
Right.
Um, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna flip this.
I don't have a middle name.
Hmm.
So
That's interesting.
like when I was young, like what I'm saying, most people have a middle name, but like I do not have a middle
You
name.
don't
It's
have a middle
just
name.
yeah. And I didn't. Oh, I didn't find out that I was a junior until I went to get my driver's permit.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, like so, my birth certificate said Robert Howell Jr.
Mm-hmm.
and my Social Security card said Robert Howell.
Right.
And it's easier to get a new Social Security card. So instead of, because like my dad's name is Elijah Rob Howell.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Robert Howell, so how am I junior?
I don't know. You tell me.
So yeah, so like so I tell my mom like all the time like yo you checked the wrong box, man. Like so like yeah I had to get a new Social Security card, and ever since then I went by Robert Howell Jr.
Okay.
but no middle name. So when I was in the elementary school, we used to take the attendance. You had to take the attendance to the office in the morning.
Yeah.
Beside my name, it said Robert N.M.N. Howell. And so I used to tell people that my middle name was Eminem, but it stood for no middle name, N.M.N. So I used to tell people my name was Eminem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on asking you this, but since you were reluctant to answer my last question,
Uh-oh.
what are you afraid of?
Failure, I
Failure.
guess. I guess like, getting built up to do something and then you just like fail at it. So I guess that's kind of held me back a little bit, but I'm definitely better at it now. But
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning, like I probably wouldn't do certain things. I wouldn't take certain gigs just because I didn't want to, I didn't want to fuck up. I didn't want to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't take the opportunity because I was nervous or little things like that.
Yeah. You still feel like you're like that now?
Nah, cause like I mean, gig wise, I take like what I'm saying, the money's right. I take them. I know I can make it work. I'll figure it out. Like what I'm saying, like I have so much on the field experience. What I'm saying, out in the field experience. Like I'm pretty sure I can DJ anything. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like only thing I need is a few requests from the crowd, and I'm like, oh, this is what they want to hear. So I'll figure it out. They're gonna have a good time regardless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
make it work.
do you feel like you missed some big opportunities because you?
It's possible, yeah, for sure. Definitely. Like I can't really think of like one offhand, but I've definitely like turned down some events that probably could have led to other
Other
things.
doors opening.
Yeah. Just because I was nervous or didn't want to do it, or
Okay.
little insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Or I didn't have the right equipment. I didn't have enough sound, or instead of asking somebody to help me, I just
Yeah.
like, nah, I can't do it. Instead of asking for help or something, you know what I'm saying, little stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess before we get out of here, man, like, just let everybody know anything else you want to say. Definitely give your contacts.
Nah, man, I just appreciate you having me. The kind words you said, man,
Yeah.
like it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? You definitely make me look good out here in these streets doing, you know what I'm saying, coming out getting video and like just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, posting stuff and like the videos are always dope.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you, my brother. You know, you can just, you know, catch me out in these streets somewhere. Most likely just hit me up on Instagram. It's at DJRDot. That's at DJRDOT. And my website is djrdot.com. DJRDOT.com.
Yes, sir.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
Easy to find me.
Okay. I am Sun 5 Films. This is DJ Rdot, and you're watching Sun 5 Films TV.
That's my daddy.